No, I don't want to talk about that.
All right, man. Let's just get it going, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna leave Royal Completion Tools up real quick, but and good morning, everyone. Rise and shine, catfish on the end of that line. It is early today. We're doing this at what, 7:30 a.m. And before we get where we're at, who you are, and all that stuff, I want to say first off, thank you to Royal Completions Tools. Hey, to all you, I'm going to throw this up here so everyone kind of gets comfortable with the logo. Hey, to all you completion engineers, company man, and consultants out there, are you sick and tired of losing sleep over frac plugs and not getting to depth, not holding pressure, or not drilling out properly? Or maybe you aren't getting the best quality and service from the big companies. Well, stop burning the midnight oil and rest at ease while using Royal frac plugs, the most reliable and efficient frac plug on the market. Start your successful completion today by getting in touch with Royal Completion Tools. You can contact them via www.royalcompletiontools.com, sales@royalcts.com, or via LinkedIn. And go connect with those the group over there, good group of guys and all that stuff. We were kind of nervous to do this, right? So we're recording this, we're live streaming this at Clutch City Coffee. You want to give us a little action? And this is my buddy Marshall Brown, the founder, managing director of SoZu Resources.
That's right. Yep, that's it.
Good morning, Marshall.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
So tell me where we are right now.
We're at Clutch City Coffee. It's a drive-through coffee shop on Richmond and 610.
Okay.
In the Galleria area. It's, I used to live in Alaska. Currently live in Alaska. Recently. And in Alaska, every corner's got a drive-through coffee shop on it. We moved down here in 2018. There were no coffee shops.
Yeah.
And my wife randomly said, "Where are all the drive-thrus? Where are all the coffee shops? There aren't any down here."
Not in Houston. We got taco drive-through shops.
Yeah, and she said, "Well, don't you think they need one?" And 2 years later, here we are. We got one opened up, and
so
fortunate to have it.
So let's kind of tune in and say hello to some people that are tuning in right now. Ooh, Tyler Varnado. We talking turkey in here? We can talk turkey.
We can talk turkey, absolutely.
Avid turkey hunter.
Big
so
time.
is Tyler. So dig that. Richard, Brandon. Hello, JP from Houston. All right. Hello. Good morning. Old Austin. Good morning. What's up, buddy? How you been, man? When we have good morning from Cyprus. Okay, a lot of people getting out and about. We have Sir Lord Bailey Midkiff. Morning, excited to be here. Pouring my cup of Joe. Now it's at 6:30 a.m. in good old cowboy country. All right. The hair has been thrown back, either me or him. Both great hair, sponsored by Vidal Sassoon. We go Mike Tesseri. Sup, gents? All the way from the Heights. What's going on? Good morning, Mike. All right. We got a little Bud Curtis saying, good morning. Pete's Major Dickinson Blend and my cup. All right, that works. So good morning, everyone. And we'll probably open up a little Q&A after. We'll see how active that is. It seems like we got a lot of people tuning in, so thank you all. So you just opened up Clutch City Coffee.
Correct.
Right?
We opened in February.
And so that's a relatively new company, right?
6 months or so.
6 months or so, and go on.
And
anything to plug about the achievements of being in business only for 6 months in Houston, post-pandemic? Well, still, you know what I mean.
I think I know where you're going with this one.
Well, bro, lead me there.
Well, we were fortunate enough to be voted best local coffee shop in the city of Houston.
By who?
By the Houston Chronicle.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
man.
so we went to a big awards ceremony, and it's a lot of fun. We're very excited. We've got a great team here.
Wait, what was the award ceremony like?
For all the restaurants and everyone that was in the competition that was voted top 3, there was a big gala down at the Marriott of Americas, I believe, down by the convention center, and band and food and drinks and big party.
The who's who of
the food and restaurants and whatever of Houston.
I dig that. We should do that for like an oilfield service company or operators that do that. So hey, tell us real quick, kind of out there, people that aren't familiar with SoZu Resources, kind of like what do y'all do? What's y'all's area of focus? And get into that a little bit.
So SoZu is just a small little oil company that I started recently. Currently we're invested in non-op working interest in one green field and one brown field.
Okay.
We've had some other things that we've invested in that were dry holes, which is part of the business, but
part of the game.
The two assets we're in right now, we're really excited about. They've got room to grow, and I think they're going to be a great foundation for us to build this thing.
Okay.
So right now, as a SoZu, all we're doing is we're looking through deals every day, trying to find the right one for us. And
how is that lately? I guess looking at deals, because I've talked to a lot of people who are obviously trying to find deals, either find deals or find prospects, or even find investments for that.
Yeah.
So tell me about kind of all the.
So it's
three parts here.
Been a little slow. I guess obviously during 2020 it was pretty slow. 2019 was a little slow as well, but you're starting to see it turn a corner. The chatter's starting to pick up. We do it a little different. I'm fourth generation oil and gas. My great grandfather, father, myself, uncles, my whole family.
Did they push you to get in oil and gas? Or
No, they actually asked me not to.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? They didn't like the cycles?
Downturns, man. It's brutal, and they just But I saw how much fun they had and how much they enjoyed it, and I enjoyed being around it.
Okay.
And so I thought I was going to go pre-med in college, and then about 2 years into that,
pre-med, bro.
I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And kind of looked at how much school and how much debt I would take on to do it. I looked at engineering. I was like, I'm out. I'm going to engineering.
Were you always good at numbers and
math and science were always kind of my forte.
Right.
I wouldn't say I was the strongest student. I was more into playing it in the outdoors and hunting and fishing.
Okay.
But I was.
That's you grew up in Alaska.
I grew up in Mississippi, South Texas,
which is the Alaska of the South.
Exactly right.
All right.
But yeah, I've always been predisposed to do better at math and science.
Well, real quick, I'm going to interrupt real quick. We got someone all the way from Norway, Peter Adams. Good day from Norway. Good to see you, Marshall, and hear what you're up to.
Peter, how you doing? Long time no see.
I think that's so cool. We're talking to people, across the pond over in Norway right now. So good afternoon to you. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Peter was my boss over at ConocoPhillips in the Permian.
Oh, okay.
One of the favorite managers I've ever had.
Well, so for people that don't know you out there, kind of give us a quick, the elevator spiel on, your background and kind of who you are, where you're at.
Yeah, so I started in the service side with FracTech in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
In about 2009, 2010, moved up to Williamsport. And then about 2013, I moved over to ConocoPhillips, West Texas Completions.
Okay.
And they moved me up to Alaska in 2015 when the downturn started.
And that's where you just fell in love.
That's in multiple ways. I found my wife there.
All
right. Did interventions engineering or wells engineering in Alaska, and then they moved me to drilling, running a rig up there for them.
Okay.
And then in 2018, I got an opportunity with Oasis to join the asset side of things.
Right.
I had such an extensive background in operations. I thought it was a great opportunity to learn the asset side, asset development, a little bit of the finance side. And so
kind of build the resume a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get more experience. Okay.
All right. A lot today in the oil and gas business, it is very much be excellent at one thing. Be the best drilling engineer you could be the best completion engineer you could be.
So
when my dad was coming through the business, it was called a field engineer, not because they were in the field, but when a operation came to your field, you did drilling, completions, production. You did everything.
Okay.
You were the field engineer for that area. And I've always thought I always wanted to be like that. I wanted to be able to do everything.
Right.
And so when the opportunity to jump to the asset side showed up, I thought it was a great opportunity, and I took it. So, and then that came to an end back in March.
Yes, you did.
And
like a lot of people.
Absolutely.
A lot of people found themselves, whether through luck, synergies, whatever you want to call it. I mean, good people across our industry, operators, service, whatever, not just our industry, all industries. Yep. Let go.
And I was actually really thankful for it. Oasis did right by me. I had a happy, great experience there. Wonderful people there.
Good group over
But
there.
it kind of, it spurred me. It's kind of hard to quit a job and go off on your own, right? But when you get forced.
I know. I know.
But when you get forced to do it, it's a great thing, And for me, it's been a great thing. It's exciting. It's a tough road, but I'm really excited about it.
I think that's the best way to kind of look at things like that. It's like when something happens that's unexpected or not planned or something that you just, I never thought that I'd be in this situation, whether it's, relationship or work or something like that. I mean, that's a good way to put it. I mean, if you're forced to get into something, got to have that mentality. You got to have the right mentality. Just kind of change. They're like, yeah, look, this sucks, but I'm gonna make something out of this.
It's hard to leave comfort, right?
Yeah.
When you have that check coming every month or every other week, right? It's hard to walk away from that and go take a chance.
Yeah.
And they forced the hand, and it worked out. It's working out currently for me. Got SoZu Resources started. We've gotten some good assets, greenfield and brownfield, like I said. And after this, I've got a meeting with a small little company about trying to pick up some little production with 10 infill drilling spots, and hopefully cut our teeth as an operator and kind of build it from there.
So this is like the first step of like being an operator.
That's it. So my dream is I've always wanted to work for myself.
Yeah.
I've always wanted freedom of choice, so to speak.
Yeah.
Freedom to choose for myself what I want to do. I don't want to ask someone to live my life.
No, thank you, government.
So it's like, hey, can I go fishing for the week? I don't want to have to ask
someone,
can I have time off?
Yeah.
It's like I'm a responsible individual. I get my stuff.
Are you?
I am.
Okay.
Surprisingly. Before and after, right? I don't want to ask people. And so this is my way of trying to accomplish
that. That's
exciting
though, man.
It's
a new time in the industry. Obviously, the way people get capitals, find deals, network, get in front of each other. I'm not plugging Connection Crew, but kind of am. It's new. It's a new atmosphere. And you were talking to me before we went live about kind of the chatter and the momentum that you're seeing out there. You want to kind of touch on that a little bit?
Yeah. So the prospects, the opportunities, the deals, so to speak, you can start to see them. They're more and more flowing through. People are getting excited. Phone calls from people that you haven't heard from in a year, couple of years. They're starting to make, hey, what are you doing? What's interesting? Let's get together. I want to hear what you're doing. Everyone's getting excited that they see a light at the end of the tunnel and they don't think it's a train this time.
So they started I like that. It's a light at the end of the train. So you're seeing people actually start having these engaging conversations, just kind of test the market, find out what's going on and kind of where people are at.
Absolutely. People are ready to get back in. But they're still a little hesitant as long, in personal opinion, as long as that surplus capacity of OPEC Plus is out there, 4 million barrels or something, plus or minus. We don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
But, the best indicator of future behavior is past behavior. And let's just say OPEC's past hasn't always been really friendly to us.
Right.
And so until that spare capacity is absorbed by global markets, it's kind of real hesitant but optimistic.
I feel like it's been that way for a while. It's the cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
It's the hesitant, as you said, the hesitant optimism. What's going to be that needle that kind of pushes the hesitancy to, I guess, action? In your opinion?
In my opinion, I think it's going to be when that spare capacity is absorbed, and a lot of these Europe and China and India are back past the COVID restrictions.
Okay.
They're back. I was reading an article the other day that said with all the restrictions going on in Europe right now, their fuel consumption's gone through the roof.
Really?
Absolutely. And so it's like the demand side's going to come back in a different way, maybe, but it's going to come back.
Yeah.
People aren't going to sit at home and sit still.
I don't feel like it's going to be a slow.
And once that spare capacity's gone, we're going to be 1.5 million barrels short of where we were before all this started because the United States is short.
And the demand's going to be higher.
That's right. So there could be potential for a price spike, which almost scares me to death because that's just as bad.
Yeah.
You don't want it. No one. $150 oil is not good for anybody.
I think we're good with that, 65 and 80 range. Let's be good with that.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Happy there.
So, and we talked about also these people, looking for deals and all that stuff. Often, I had conversations with multiple people, and often, people want these whales of deals. You know what I mean? They're not focused on these little opportunities where there's an opportunity there to make kind of have a good success, but
right.
People are going after these whales, but not these smaller things.
So, as I find opportunities for me, I'm a very small outfit. I can't afford everything. So,
right.
A lot of these, I go try and find financing for it, and everyone I talk to is, unless we're doing a $100 million deal, I'm not interested. Don't even bother me with waste my time. And it's like, man, what about a couple $1 million?
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's not a needle move. They're just not interested. And so finding that little, for me, being as small as I am and getting started, finding that little niche, financing is it's tough. It's hard.
So what resources? I guess you're starting off SoZu. You're getting in front of people. I guess how are you finding these people that take meetings and talk to? I mean,
I got back. Earlier we were speaking to the fourth generation.
Yeah.
Aunts and uncles and cousins and friends are in the business, and they've been in the business for a long time. And this is a little bit different side of the oil business that today we don't really see a whole lot. We see the shales and the big companies and everything, but these are more mom and pops, and from Brownsville to Mobile on the Gulf Coast. It's all old school Gulf Coast guys that, when you go into these meetings, I'm the youngest by 30 years, and there's not a lot of young people getting.
But they got some good stories.
Oh, they got great stories. They're real knowledgeable, but when they go, they're taking this side of the business with them, and not a lot of people know how to generate prospects on conventional oil and gas plays. It's kind of like a lost art, and so I would love to figure out how to try and do that and get into it in
a new way, kind of.
In a new way, and kind of for me, staying out of the shales and staying in the conventional world is kind of the direction we're going to try and go. The shales are just too expensive. If you're not already there, you're already out.
So, any other oil field, I guess, trends or stuff that you're either optimistic about, or you're just kind of, keeping you up at night?
No, nothing's keeping me up. I'm excited. SoZu's got starting to get cash flows in, and I don't want to live off those. So on the side, I consult. I got helping a guy drill a wildcat well down in Duval County. That's why I'm down here. I'm currently in Alaska, so I flew down to help him with that. And
so how long are you down here for?
I'm down here for a week.
Okay.
I'm about to, I've got some meetings today and tomorrow, and then I'm going to go down to that part of Texas and God's country, get it done. And and just
you excited to get back out there?
I am, man. I'm really excited to get back out there. I'm excited to get into the consulting side of things. Getting the projects done, and then you don't have to sit in the office from 7 to 5, 7 days a week. You're out there
actually talking to people,
and so I'm trying to pick up some consulting engineering work and project management for other people.
What'd you just say?
Project management and project.
You're trying to pick up some side work, right?
Yeah.
Help people out.
Help people out and help cover the bills in the meantime.
Yeah.
So that SoZu can take its money and grow itself, opposed to spend it on trying to live in it.
That's what it's all about. Right? So how's everything going? So with this, what's going on? How's the move? How's the family?
Family's good. We decided to go back to Alaska in July. I kept my place down here in Houston. So the idea is that I'll do 4 or 5 weeks in Alaska and a week or so down here and go back and forth.
Okay.
And try and keep my network and get in front of different opportunities down here, but also have opportunities in Alaska too. Potential opportunities for consulting for some smaller companies up there that are doing some
that's pretty cool
ice road or some seasonal work up there. Who might need some help. Yeah. So joined a consulting firm up there and joined one down here and got my own.
Here to play.
See what happens.
All right, so I guess you're kind of got two offices.
That's right.
H-Town and Anchorage.
In Anchorage, that's it. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, man.
Family's doing good and all that?
Oh, yeah. Happy to be back. We just, this past Labor Day weekend, we went moose hunting.
Moose hunting, okay.
Yeah. We didn't get anything. We we had a couple of moose come in close. We never got to see them. It was a little thick, but the daughter got sick, and so we had to leave our trip a little early. She got a cold. Okay. She's 14 months, and Grandma called and said she needs mama, so we had to cut the trip a couple of days early and get out of there.
Yeah, you had a birthday recently, and you sent the most Alaskan text ever. I'm like, hey man, you do anything fun planned for your birthday? You're like, just going salmon fishing. You gave me like a tide report. First off, like I feel it's very Alaskan to give someone a tide report. High tide's at 3:15 today. I'm like, okay, I don't care.
Salmon care.
Salmon do care.
That's right.
And us wilderness men care.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So what else? What else is going on?
That's pretty much it. Just I'm really focused on trying to find an opportunity for me to cut my teeth as an operator.
Yeah.
And prove to myself and to everyone else that I can do it. And that way, and then open up doors to bigger opportunities. But my background being in mechanical engineering and operations, everyone you meet's, we trust you with operations, but you don't know how to handle the money. So people are reluctant to finance your projects. So it's kind of this, we want someone with experience, but if you don't let them have experience.
What is it, entry level with 10 years of experience?
Yeah.
You're kind of facing that.
Yeah. But we'll figure it out,
I dig it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, I think that's kind of do you have anything else for me or anything like that, or what?
Yeah, so Connection Crüe.
Yes,
where'd that come from?
Well, after CPC, I went over to Energy Funders and helping them out for a little bit. It kind of got to a point where I was like, I kind of like promoting brands. You know what I mean? I like connecting people. I feel like I'm good at putting the right people in the right room. Whether it's and the one thing too that I'm thinking about Connection Crüe, it's not oil field service focused. It's also a huge emphasis on the operator side, because one thing that COVID, I learned that you saw this too, was the operator's network is as important as a salesperson's network. I mean, people have to, and so it's kind of, Connection Crüe kind of is going to be providing an opportunity.
So that's interesting that you say that. I've recently gotten phone calls from quite a few people who are doing small, one-off conventional wells, and their service contacts for logging or casing have been let go, or they retired, and they're calling me,
asking if you know
hey,
someone.
Do you know anyone that can come do log? Who are you using for logging? It's like, well, here's what I'm using for this one. Here's a couple more that I know are still in the game.
Yeah,
they're struggling to find people to call, and they're not. It's not a lot of work, but they're. But
still, I mean, if it's
work.
If you're trying to contact your old colleague who was there, your old friend that was there, and they're not there anymore. Yeah, so it's kind of like it's weird. It's like a new time. You know what I mean? There's kind of been a bit of a shakeup. The dust hasn't settled yet or anything like that. So Connection Crüe is really just kind of, it's to provide people information like that, networking like that. You get a couple operators in the room and have them start talking. It's like, oh, you're using this. Oh yeah, I've tried this. You should try this for it. Mm-hmm. So it's so beneficial.
Well, absolutely. I think there's a huge need for what you're doing.
Absolutely. Going to ERTech, going to NAPE. I mean, great conferences, but at the end of the day, I mean, attendance is down.
That's it.
So yeah, man, I think it's fun putting people in the right people in the right room, and it's fun watching these friendships build, and that's what it's all about. They're not sales pitches, all friendships. Is this your old man over here?
That's
You gotta change that. You gotta put a pun on that side.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's kind of where it all started. I'm looking forward to it, man. There's been some great feedback, some good buzz about it. So I'm looking forward to watching it evolve.
Excellent. Me too, man. Good luck.
Well, I dig it, man. You'll be you're part of the crew, man. Part of the crew. So everyone, if you're in Houston, if you're around the area, this is 610 and Richmond, right across from
Bayou City Seafood.
Bayou City Seafood, A-Bear's Meat Markets, kind of right next to the gallery, a drive-through. Come check out Clutch City Coffee, the best coffee in Houston per the Houston population. And what else?
That's all I got.
All right, so what you got? We're gonna go live right now and get some stuff going on here. All right. Brandon Webb, good morning from Denver. Good morning. All right, we got Keith tuning in from Odessa. Good morning, Keith. How you doing, buddy? Everyone, check out Keith's Tally Book Tuesday. Yeah, Tally Book Tuesday. Send him a couple tally books. He doesn't have enough. All right, and then we have what is the history behind the current created name SoZu? Ooh, these are the questions I like.
SoZu. Yeah. A lot of people that I know, when they start companies, they kind of name them after themselves or initials or something. But I have two dogs, Solo and Zulu.
Okay.
So SoZu.
I dig that. So he's an animal and a family man and a coffee man. And Renee says, courage and persistence yield success. Completely agree.
That's it.
But sometimes it's whenever you take that step, there's so much anxiety. You know what I mean? But you wouldn't have taken that step if you didn't believe in yourself in the first place.
Absolutely.
You gotta bottle those emotions down and press them down, like all negative emotions.
You gotta, the fear of, you can't have fear of failure.
Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't have done it in the first place.
Absolutely.
Completely dig that. Dane, good morning, folks. And then I hope I don't miss you guys sharing hair care tips. The only hair care tips I have is just light oil, coconut oil, vitamin E. I don't know. Hey, man, grow it out.
Sometimes you get lucky.
COVID cut.
There you go.
COVID cut. I got some great news about the hair coming up, but I'm not going to announce it yet. But that's a little teaser right there. All right. Love your twin brother, Matt Hill. I love that guy. Fossil Fuel Fridays. Checks Matt out. Thanks for tuning in, Matt. And then Chris out, JP, pass my info if I can help. See, we're connecting people.
There you go.
Connection Crüe is not just about these set events or these business development. It's right. It's doing stuff like this. People are watching in. Oh, I can help them. All right. Oh, I have an idea for them. That's what it's all about. I love it. Good morning from. Oh, wait, hold on. Kirk Atkinson. So glad you're back, Kirk. You and your family. What's the Alaskan version of a kolache?
Of a kolache? Wow. I don't think they have anything like that.
So, Houston's tacos, kolaches.
Yeah.
What's the go-to breakfast? Like bacon, egg, and cheese or bacon, New England?
I mean, a biscuit sandwich.
A biscuit
bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Okay, that works.
Yeah.
All right.
Alaska's big beer and pizza country. That's their
beer.
Beer and pizza.
I think I can vibe with that big time. We got Dwayne saying, good morning from Manville. I'll see you in a little bit, Dwayne. Dwayne with black gold.
There you go.
Yeah, rental tools. So take a look at them. They're going to be making some waves in a little bit. Hint, hint, wink, wink. All right. Mike from South Kansas. Hey, Mike, what's going on, man? Southwest Kansas. All right. I'm sealing that shout out and posting it as an official endorsement, JP. I dig it. All right. Is that everything that everyone's got for us this morning? And look, if not, if you were able to not make this, I mean, you can always find this. It's going to be posted on my YouTube channel, JP Warren, as long as the other breakfast runs. Make sure you hit that like and smash that subscribe button. I don't know why I went Australian there, but I
Peter's
did.
from Australia, but he lives in Norway.
That's why.
That's it.
Peter, that was for you. Yeah, and if anyone wants to just chat with Marshall while he's down there, set something up, and just kind of get to know him a little bit, connect with him on LinkedIn, and or just shoot me a message. I can kind of pass on his contact information as well. So I think that's kind of all we got right now. And thank you for the coffee this morning. Thanks for the combo. Cheers. I know you got to go.
Thanks for having me.
I know you got meetings to do, which is exciting.
Mm-hmm. It is exciting.
I like that.
You know, the fun thing about the meetings and seeing all these deals, if it's not for me, it's for someone else. You know, I've got a lot of friends who do different things than I do.
Exactly.
You know, come across it not for me. It's like, but this is something you guys do, and you pass it along to them.
But you wouldn't know about that if you weren't talking to people.
That's correct.
And that's what's about networks. So I dig it. So everyone, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next Monday morning. I think 8:30. We'll be going live breakfast run with Ryan Keys, the co-founder, partner of Triple Crown Resources. So that's going to be good. I always love catching up with Ryan. Love talking to that guy. So we've got another one coming up, I think the next Monday after that, with Jason Churchill, the CEO of Petro Legacy. That's going to be a virtual one, but it's always good catching up with my buddy Jason. And then I think that Wednesday is another one with Derek Daspolika with Kinder Morgan.
Fellow Bulldog, Mississippi State.
Yep. So he's gonna be tuning in on Wednesday. You should tune into that. Buddy.
I will, absolutely.
Chime on in. So everyone, thanks for tuning in. Hope everyone has a great rest of the week. And check out Connection Crüe and check out Royal Completion Tools. Great group over there. And thanks for sponsoring the show, fellas. And everyone, we'll see y'all soon. We're not gonna, yeah. And then pause like it's